What's going on, guys? Liam here today with a new video, and today it's going to be all about the international break and whether it should happen or whether it should not. Today I'm once again joined by Nathan. If you want to say hello to everyone watching, Nate.
Alright, what's up, guys?
So today we're going to be talking about everything going on in the international break at the minute, because it's just gone really, and there's been quite a lot of stuff going off and on the pitch which hasn't been very good. So yeah, let's get straight into things, because now that you guys are here, let's talk football. Okay guys, so as you're probably aware, there were bombings and shootings in Paris on Friday, I believe. There was also a train derailing on Saturday, and at the Germany game against Holland, there was threats of a bomb. So it's not been going very well off the pitch. It's been quite bad, really. Quite a lot of things haven't been, it's just not a great place in the world right now. So that affected quite a lot of things off the pitch, and there were really good tributes to that. There was last night at Wembley, all the fans grouped together and all the players grouped together before the game, which did look really good, as the whole world was uniting for France. So yeah, that's pretty big. But looking on the football side of things, because it's kind of hard to put into context a game of football when stuff like that's happening. So yeah, in the context of football, England, I've got the good old English shot on here. So England played twice over, well, if you can say the course of the weekend. We played Friday night, and then we did play last night on Tuesday. On Friday we did lose 2-0 to Spain away from home. We didn't play very well, we were pretty poor. Their two goals were quite good. Their right back, I believe, scored an absolute brilliant goal. He saw like a bicycle kick from outside the box. And we beat France 2-0 last night, but they really didn't mean much, because with everything that's been going on, they just weren't in the right frame of mind. And awfully, one of their players, Diarra, lost his cousin in the attacks, and I don't think the game of football will be remembered for the scoreline, really. But yeah, that's about it from me, guys, but I'm going to quickly run through the groups in just 1 second, so stick around for that.
So another topic that we could talk about is if there actually should be not qualifiers, but international break in general, because there's so many negatives that could happen, such as injuries, and basically, well, that's kind of one, but I mean there's a lot that basically just nobody really cares about. I mean, I understand the ones for maybe qualifiers and stuff, because they're actually doing something, but when you just have international break to just like play international games, it's kind of meaningless to me. But we want to know what you guys think about that. We kind of made up our mind, though, that we just don't think it's really needed, and there could be another time for that, such as like the preseason or something. But something that Liam forgot to mention was we are doing our favorite goals from this weekend, and my personal favorite was Ibrahimovic's goal, his free kick. It was pretty spectacular, with the meaning that it would send Sweden to the Euros, so that was pretty special. And that's all from me. I'll switch it back to Liam. Peace.
So guys, now moving on to the groups, there's 9 groups in total, and I'm just going to quickly run through the teams that have qualified. So there's been quite a few different teams that have qualified. You've got Czech Republic and Iceland qualifying from Group A. That's not a very overly difficult group, but Netherlands didn't qualify, which it's going to mix up a bit in the Euros. Turkey also went through from that group. Belgium and Wales qualified from Group B. Bosnia and Israel did miss out. Sad to see Israel miss out. There were likes of Hamed and Kyle in there, 2 good players. But, I mean, the rest of the team isn't very good, to be fair. Moving on to Group C, Spain and Slovakia qualified. Ukraine are in the playoff place, I believe. So, yeah, that's about standard stuff, really. Germany and Poland qualified from Group D. Scotland did miss out, which is an awful shame. I couldn't be more disappointed at the fact Scotland missed out. But Group E, England and Switzerland qualified. That was always going to happen. The group isn't overly difficult. In Group F, Northern Ireland won the group. Doesn't happen, does it? Fluke in football, boys. And Romania came in 2nd place. In Group G, Austria and Russia. So 2 teams from out there. They went through, so they'll be in the Euros. And in Group H, Italy and Croatia went through. And in Group I, Portugal and Albania went through. So Denmark somehow got beaten by Albania, by a good couple of points as well. So, you know, that's not brilliant for Portugal, but big up to Albania. So yeah, that's it for the groups. I think there's a couple more playoff fixtures and stuff to go on, but Ireland went through because, you know, a man-match performance from, I think, the only time this will ever be said in football, from Jonathan Walters. So yeah, they beat Bosnia. Okay guys, so just to finish up the video, I really agree with what Nathan said about the injuries, and it ruins like domestic football, because like there's just a massive random break in the middle of November. It's like, it's all getting good, you know, the season kicks off, we're getting towards the January transfer and all that lot, and then, you know, massive break in the middle of November, have a bunch of injuries, you know. So yeah, it could be another time for it if they're going to do it. I think pre-season's a good shout if there isn't like a tournament going on, but qualifiers like are necessary, but friendlies don't need to happen. So moving on to my goal of the week, guys, a pretty special one. It was actually a goal that I talked about earlier. The right back from Spain who scored the bicycle kick, I think his name's like Marco or something, I'm not sure on his name, but it was a really good goal. So we're going to roll both goals for you guys to see, and you can decide for yourself whether you think either one of those is the goal of the week. The international break should stay or whether it should go, and yeah, let us know your goal of the week, and I'll see you guys next time.